Shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we give our praises, glory, honor, power unto the Most High Yahweh, and we do so through His only begotten and beloved Son, Amashiach, the one that the whole world called ignorantly and naively Jesus Christ. We say shalom to all the brothers, the kings out there, shalom to all the princesses, shalom to our brethren, shalom to all the kings. Regardless what's your king, you're working, you're doing the work of the Most High, brother. We say shalom, keep it up. Keep up the good works, keep up the good works, right? Because at the end of the day, our main focus is what? The law, the commandment of the Most High. The law, the commandment of the Most High, right? So we want to put out there for the public, right? We want to put out there for YouTube, Facebook. So again, keep in mind, the Hebrew Israelite, we are not a hate group, right? The Hebrew Israelite, we are not a hate group. We want to put out there because we know the FBI, the CIA, the U.S. government, and most of these governments around the world, they be demonizing us, right? The Edomite, because they realize that the Moses is waking us up, and everybody right now, they concerned, because the Israelite, they're waking up. The Moses is waking us right now. You can see young brother on YouTube video, they're breaking it down. Young brother, right? And young sister, they be on fire, they be on Holy Spirit, they be bringing out the Moses, moving the Spirit. And all of a sudden, we've been demonized right now. But it's good. It's all good. At the end of the day, we like it because it's part of the prophecy, right? It's part of the prophecy, right? Because that's what the Most High told us. That's what Yahushua Mashiach said, right? Because watch this. Let's go right here. Let me go right there. Right. So we just want to put out there, man. We want to put out there. All right. We're going to go in the book of Revelation. We want to put out there for everybody. So just keep that in mind. Before even that, let's go right here. Because Christ, Yahushua Mashiach, he spoke about it, right? So before I head into the topic, all right, let's go right here. I'm going to go in the book of Matthew, right? Bear with me. Let's go in the book of Matthew, right? Because you got to keep in mind. You got to keep in mind. The work of the Most High does not come just like some brother, some sister. They're just thinking, well, as long as they're keeping the commandment, everything is going to be cool, easy. No, man. It's not going to be like that. Okay? You're going to get persecuted. Literally, right? You see a brother, they almost kill a brother, man. They almost kill one of our people, right? They almost kill a brother, right? The brother guerrilla of security, they almost kill him, right? Because our people, they're wicked, man. Our people, Israel, we're wicked, right? We just want to kill each other. That's what we do. The hatred, we hate one another. That's all you see from the so-called blacks or African American, the so-called Latino, Hispanic, Native. That's all we see. That's all you see, man. Weakness. That's all you see. Weakness. That's all you see, right? So we got to worry about the hidden, right? We got to worry about the real enemy, right? Bear with me. We got to worry about the real enemy, right? Esau, right? Edom, the Canaanite. We got to worry about the Hivite. We got to worry about the Jebusite. We got to worry about the Ishmaelite, right? And the list goes on and on. Then still, we got to worry about who? Our own people. Because we got millions, tons of who? Judah Iscariot. All they know, all they learn in the Christian church is how to pull the trigger, get a gun and shoot their own brother, to shoot their own daughter, their own sister. That's what they do. That's what they learn in the Christian church. What did they learn? Where did they learn all this evil weakness from? Because I'm going to tell you, man, from my own experience, right? Being born and raised up in West Africa, right? I never seen such violence before, man. I never see such violence. People do die. People die pretty much everywhere. We all understand. We all agree on that, right? But the way, our people kill each other, right? In the Western, mainly here in Babylon the Great, a.k.a. the United Snake of America, and in where? The Caribbean, right? Latin America is unheard of. Right, I just saw on the news yesterday 9 bodies totally cut into pieces, mutilated with what? With bullet and machete way at the border of the U.S. and Mexico, and all these were Northern Kingdom. They say 2 weeks ago there was already 15 to 16 bodies in Northern Kingdom, all chopped up and horrible, man. That's what we do. Weakness. All you see from the so-called blacks, Latino, and Native is evil, right? They're trying to kill the brother doing the work of the Most High, right? I just saw it like 3 days or 4 days ago. Yeah? I just saw the video on YouTube. It's very sad, man. We wicked. Okay? We very wicked. This is very sad. At this time right now, we're supposed to be joining hands together, coming up together, building up. That's what we're supposed to be. Okay, if you disagree with the brother, because the brother is teaching different doctrine, doesn't mean you got to kill your brother. Doesn't mean you got to go ahead and poison your bone and do. No, man, that's evil, buddy. You can't make it to the kingdom, buddy. You can't make it. Right? Brother will have different doctrine. What is the matter? What is your problem? Right? I was listening to the elder, today, one of the elder early on Facebook, early when I woke up, and the brother is beginning on a good point. Right? The brother is about, he brought a good point out, man. If you disagree with me, why do you want to kill me? Right? I disagree with some doctrine I see among our people. So do I go out and say, I'm going to kill them? No, that's evil. And where do you see that? Mainly from the so-called blacks, Latino, and Native Indian. That's all you see. Where did they learn it from? They're learning in the Christian church. That's what they push for. Who is selling gun? Who is pushing for the gun? Right? We understood the Mosai moved the spirit, right? The Mosai allowed them because the Mosai know that their work is just to be evil. So the Mosai give it all unto them, right? All you see is violence trying to kill their own brother. They're trying to kill their own sister. That's all you. When you're going to wake up, man, and you die on high number, man, eh? So you want to listen to Lil Wayne, you want to listen to Jay-Z, you want to listen to all this type of nonsense, wicked rap music that you listen to, that garbage that you listen to. What do they promote? What do they promote in your rap music? Violence, bloodshed, right? That's what you see. That's what you see. I listen to music from Africa, but you don't see, they don't push for violence. They say singing about stupidity, sometimes evil, weakness. But guess what? You don't see those type of music. You won't see that in Benin. Now, a lot of them, they copy Hollywood now. Like Nigeria, Ghana, they copy and they want to do the same thing, right? So what is the point? You listen to all this garbage music. Garbage music. You want to listen to Lil Wayne. You want to listen to, I don't even know, some of these wicked Negro out there, or so-called African American, where they literally say they want to pay 100,000 people to go kill their own brother. Can you even imagine about that? Just think about evil like that. When you think about killing your own brother, because you believe that, you think that this is your neighbor, this is your I don't even know, no, it doesn't belong to you. It belongs to the Most High, buddy. You're a pilgrim on the earth. So why you want to slay your own brother? That garbage rap music, man. All they promote is war, evil, and weakness. Nothing else, man. That's what they do. You try and kill the brother doing the work of the Most High. Hey, but we thank the Most High, man, that the Most High, he was able to take care of the situation. Because the brother out there, when we go out there, right? So I go out there, people came to try and attack me. People curse me. So many things. I get it, man. I get it. You see what I'm saying? Is the Most High always watching over us? Some of us, we're going to die. Some of us, we won't die. Though you try, if it's not the will of the Most High, it's not going to happen. Right? So the Most High, he delivered the brother, man. Because the brother got a lot of work on the plate. That's why the Most High say, you know what? You ain't touching my servant. You got to keep that in mind. A lot of you out there, because you belong to this camp, you belong to that camp, this camp is better. No, man. It's not about your camps. It's not about you. It's not about me. It's not about you or me. It's about who? The Most High and his only begotten son that was hanged on the tree in order to give us salvation, pretty much. Right? I didn't die for anybody. Did I die for our people? I did not. Who died? Whose blood was shed in order to give us salvation? Whose blood? Yahweh Shai Mashiach. So why are you getting mad? You trying to kill your own brother. And guess what happened? When you kill your own brother, you shoot your own brother, your own sister, or you stab them, you do all type of evil, guess what? Then they rush them to the hospital, right? Almost on the point to die. Then the hospital, what do? They'll put forward to kill them, or they'll pray that they die. When they die, what do? They'll take all the organ, they go sell it, make money of it. Then guess what? The parent, they're not even able to get the money to go do the funeral. They don't even have the money to bury. Imagine a body that the Mosai gave us with organ, everything intact. Under Esau, Edom, the wicked, guess what? They'll harvest all your organs and they go sell it for $10,000. your kidney, your heart, your lungs, and the list goes on and on and on, man. And some of you, y'all don't even know. You don't even know. You never been in a funeral house, right? When you get a chance, you go over there and you see, you playing with the Most High, and you playing with your life, man. Stop the hatred, man. When you're going to grow up and understand that this is not your rest, man. America is not our rest. France is not our rest. Germany is not our rest. Africa is not our rest. You got to understand that we are what pilgrim, we're in captivity. We're being scattered because of the same weakness that you're doing today that our forefather used to do. And that was going on. Ain't nobody want to address the truth. Everybody is scared. Everybody want to be politically correct. And you see the brother, the camps out there trying to do the work of the Most High, and you got people trying to kill them. Right? You get people trying to pull a gun or because they disagree with them. You know, come on, man. You trying to save Esau, right? You trying to save the slave master, right? Is that what you want to do? Hey, go ahead and do it, buddy. Go ahead and do it. The Most High will trust you through. You got to keep in mind. You can't run away from the Most High. Though you kill the brother today, guess what? Judgment is coming for you. It doesn't matter. Judgment is coming for you, whether you believe it or not. You can't run. You can go hide. Judgment is coming, definitely. We know for sure judgment is coming, right? Because there is a lot of going on in this world right now. There's a lot of going on, right? We hate one another. What kind of lifestyle is that, man? We're trying to understand what kind of lifestyle is that. You see what I'm saying? What kind of lifestyle is that? Why you hate your own brother, man? You hate your own sister. You want to kill your brother. Somebody doing the work of the Most, something that you never done. You can't even do it. The Most High didn't even choose you to do it, and you're getting jealous. You're trying to kill the brother. You're trying to kill the brother. You want to kill the brother. Why? What is the matter with Israel? What is going? Are we ready for this kingdom? We ain't ready. Because we're seeing the hatred from our own people. We got to fight against the enemy, the real enemy. Then we got to go fight against our own people. Imagine that. That's horrible. It's unacceptable. It's abominable. Right? All we do is evil. Evil, 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 evil. Right? So I just want to put out there, man. So keep in mind, right? Don't try to kill the brother. Don't try to attack the camps. Don't do that. Because the Most High can put you to death right there when you try that. Right? The Most High can, but when you're trying to kill a brother, an elder, a brother doing the work of the Most High on the street, on the highway, on the byway, you try and shoot at them, try and do all type of evil, the Most High got you. The Most High will destroy you. The Most High will kill you. Keep in mind. Keep in mind. We already know we're going to go through this stuff. We already know we're going to go through it. So keep in mind. Stop your weakness, man. Cut it out, man. Repent and keep the commandment. This is not the time to play a game. This is not a season. This is the time that we come together as a nation and we build up. That's what we got to do. How do we build up? How do we become a nation? As the Most High told us, we got to work together. We cannot go against each other. Oh, yeah, he's in this camp. He belongs to that camp. He know much more precept. He know blah, blah, blah. No, what is the point? What is the point? At the end of the day, guess what? It's not about you and me. It's about who? Yahweh Shai Mashiach. So repent and be converted. Right? Repent and be converted, man. So we just want to put out there again, you know, we bless the Most High. We give glory, honor, power to the Most High for delivering the brother, right? The brother from the Sikari camp, the guerrilla, you know, all praise be unto the Most High. And we say big shout out to all the brother that have been supporting, you know, that reach out to the brother. I don't know the brother personally, right? But I love the brother. You know, I love, you know, the camps. You know, I love all the camps. I love all the brother. You see what I'm saying? I love all the brother, right? Not just only HOI, not only Sakari, not only IUIC, ISUPK, not only WFY, not only the Son of Thunder, not only, you know, the list goes on and on. Not only, you know, GMS, you know, like, we love all the brother, man. We all the same, man. We family. You see what I'm saying? We family, right? We family. Whether you be Northern Kingdom or Southern Kingdom, we the same people. We the same race of people. The enemy, that's what they want. The government, they want us to be divided, right? That's what they want. Because us being divided is allow them to destroy us easily. So you got to keep in mind, right? We got to come together because these heathen, they do not like us. They don't love us, man. right? Though you work for them, we work for them. We put on our energy for them. We wake up early in the morning. Got to go to this captivity, slavery, do the work, do all. They still don't appreciate you. You got to keep in mind, man. And love one another. Let us love one another and stop this hatred, man, over things that don't even matter. Can you make a life? You can't make it in life. You can't save anybody. You can't do anything. So why are you trying to destroy a life that you didn't make? You didn't create anybody. It's the Most High, right? But you know what? All praise be unto the Most High Yahweh, man. As I already said, and blessed be the Most High Yahweh forever and never, never. Amen. Hallelujah. We say, Kwam Yashala, Kwam Yashala, Kwam Yashala. Shalom, family, shalom to brother. And we say, the brother, guerrilla, to stay strong. Keep up your work as you're doing, brother. It's a good word. We tell all the camps, IUIC, GOCC, all the brother, man, you keep up the works. As long as you're making sure that you're keeping the commandment, you're teaching the brother to keep the law, the commandment of the Most, that's all that matters. We might have different doctrine. This brother's teaching this brother believing that. You got to, put all those things on the side, man. Because at the end of the day, every one of us, we got to work for our own salvation. We got to do it. We got to work for our own salvation. You got to keep that in mind. All right? You just got to keep that in mind. You got to work for your own salvation. Stop the hatred. Stop the hatred. Stop the nonsense. Okay? All this evil you learn in a Christian church, you learn in Islam, or you learn in your university, you learn from the enemy, from Esau, Edom. You cast all those things in the trash and be a new creature. You got to be a new creature with a new mind. Renew your mind. Do not be conformed. Okay? Do not conform to Babylon the Great. Don't be conformed to the world of Esau. Don't do that. Because it's going to destroy you. Don't follow the way of the heathen. Don't do it. And love your brother. Help your brother and your sister. Help your nation. That's what you got to do. All right. So we just want to put out there, man. Because we already know. We already know. Okay? So let me read this. Okay? I want to read this quick. Right? Because you got to keep in mind, this is going to happen. This is going to happen. And that's what we're seeing right now. Right? This is the book of Matthew chapter 24. Let's go to Matthew chapter 24. And we're going to read from verses 1. Right? Let's keep in mind. We just want to keep in mind. We'll read from verses 1. And Yahushua went out and departed from the temple. So he left the only temple. Right? So it was only one temple. The temple was located where? In Jerusalem, which is Jerusalem today. Right? And his disciple came to him to show him the buildings of the temple. So they want to show Amashiach the building of the temple. And Yahweh shall say unto them, see ye not all these things? Right? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left there one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. So Yahweh, he again prophesied again, as our forefather prophesied the destruction of Jerusalem. All the prophet, most of the prophet, right? We already know, right? Then Yahushua, he went ahead and he put a stone on it to reassure what our forefather have said, the prophet that came before him. So he said, listen, man, you see all these buildings, you see the temple, it's all going to be destroyed. Okay? So let's keep that in mind. Right? Verses 3. And as he sat upon the Mount Olives, right, the disciple came unto him privately, right, saying, tell us when shall this thing be, and what shall be the sign of that coming, and of the end of the world of Esau, right? The world of Esau. For we know Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is what? The beginning of that which follow up, right? We already know. Second Ezra, right? Second Ezra chapter 6. We just quoted, right? So keep in mind. Right, verse 4. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. That's what you got to do. We got to take heed. As the so-called blacks, Latino, and Native, we got to take it. How do we take heed? We go in the Torah. We go in the Bible. We make sure that we read in the Bible. We understand. We stay in the Spirit. Not trying to kill one another. Not hating on each other. No, we can't do that. Take heed that no man deceive you. Do not follow Christianity. Don't follow Islam. Do not follow politics, right? Don't follow Hollywood. Do not follow the wicked rap music. Don't do it, right? Don't follow the way of this world. Don't do it, right? Let's continue. He said, take heed that no man deceive you, because we were all deceived through all Christianity, Islam, witchcraft, television, now politician, all type of thing, right? So we got to keep in mind. Now we've been born again. We don't follow those ways. right? We cast them out. Game over. We ain't got no time for all this lie, all this weakness that we were taught. We ain't got time for that anymore, right? The Most High have move us ahead, right, through the blood of Yahushua Mashiach and the Ruach Kodash, which is the Holy Spirit. So let's keep in mind. For many shall come in my name. So Mashiach literally saying, many will come in his name. Huh? Who is he referring to? Is he talking about a group of people? Let's find it out. He said, for many shall come in my name. Now, when you take a look at the word Christian, they say, well, they're follower of Christ. That means they came in the name of Christ. Because take a look for just a minute. Let's take a look. When you take a look at so-called Arabs or the Muslim, right? If you take a look at Muslim, they don't even claim Yahushua. They don't even accept Yahushua. Some of them do claim, they'll say, blah, blah, blah. But we're talking as in general. Do they recognize him as the only son, begotten son of the Most High? Do they? They don't. They recognize who? Muhammad. So, he is not talking about the Muslim or the Arab. We leave them alone, right? So is he talking about the East Indian? Because the East Indian, they got a huge population too, right? They got so many idols that they worship. Is Christ referring to those ones? No. Okay? So who is Christ referring to? Is he referring to the Chinese or the Asian with their religion or the idol that they worship? Because the Chinese, they don't accept, they don't believe in the Most High through Yahushua Mashiach, through Christ. They don't. So for sure we know it has nothing to do with none of those things. So what is he talking about? Literally, people that say that they follow Christ, the Christian. Because they came and what did they do? They call us what? Blacks, African American, they call us Nigerian, Ghanaian, Beninese, Togolese. They call us all type of like byword. Why? Because we sin ourselves first. We sin against the Most High. So here, Yahushua Mashiach is not referring to. Some will think he's just talking about the pastor, the priest. No, he's talking about all Christians because they use that name to deceive everybody. They say the Lord done away. We don't have to keep the Shabbat. They say we're under the grace. Yeah, we can eat pork. We can eat human flesh. We can do. That's what they say in the Christian church. Where you can be a this, you can do it, ain't no problem. You can change yourself from man being a woman. A woman can turn to be a man. You can go through surgery. You can do all type of weakness and nonsense. Guess what? You're still going to be saved. That's what they say. That's a deception right there. That's a lie. Right? So we want that to be out there clear. We want everybody to understand. We want you to understand, brother and sister, young brother and young sister, so-called blacks, African American, so-called Mexican, so-called Salvadoreño, so-called, Peruvian, so-called Nigerian, Beninese, and the list goes on and on. It's based on your father. It's based on your father. It's based on your father. Your father is your lineage, is your what? Pedigree, is what? Your nationality, your bloodline, your race is based on your father. So keep that in mind. It's based on your father. Number 118. There's so many precepts. We can go in the book of Matthew chapter 1 and you read verses 1 all the way down. You see what? The breakdown of what? The genealogy. Your genealogy is what? Your gene, your bloodline, your pedigree. Okay? So we just want to put out there. You go in the book of Nehemiah. You go in the book of Ezra chapter 2. You can see. And the list goes on and on and on, right? You just got to study. You just got to go and look it up. Do what you got to do. All right? He said, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am a Mashiach, and shall deceive many. And that's what will happen to our people, right? Since we sin against the Most High, guess what happened? The Most High, he allowed Satan to set up Christianity. The Most High, he allowed, should there be evil in the sin and the Lord has not done, the Most High allowed Satan to set up all those religions. Since we refuse to keep the law, the commandment, we refuse to follow the Torah, right? So the Most High, he gave us over unto what? Vile affection. So we can do that which is what? Unseemly. That which is abominable. And that's what happened. So we start worshiping what? Idols. We start worshiping the Pope, the priest, the pastor. We start bowing down to the cross, all type of weakness and nonsense that you see till this very last day. And that's where the two-thirds they got to go. Sometime, when I'm breaking down a precept to brother and sister and stuff like that, I'm doing the work of the Most High and they don't listen, I get mad. But always I got to get back in myself and realize that, you know what, maybe it's the two-thirds or maybe it's not his time to wake up yet. We got to always remember that, right? So, he said, And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of war. See that ye be not troubled. So just keep in mind, all those things is going to happen. Okay? So let's continue right here. We'll jump to verses 9. We're going to jump to Romans. That's the point I want to more. We'll jump to verses 9. Right? So this is the book of Matthew 24 and verses 9. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted. So you got to keep in mind, affliction happened to our forefather. It happened to Paul, Peter, Jeremiah, Isaiah, and the list goes on and on and on. Baruch, and the list goes on and on and on. I cannot cite you all things, right? You got to study, you got to do your research, right? You got to go in the Bible, you got to pray, ask the Most High. You know, the Holy Spirit will give it to you. The Most High will send the Holy Spirit and give you understanding. That's what you got to do. So keep in mind. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you. So they were trying to kill the brother, right? The brother from the Sakari, right? The guerrilla Hebrew, they're trying to kill the brother, right? And not only him. There's a lot of people trying to kill the brother, right? They're trying to kill the brother maybe in the IUIC, trying to kill some brother in GOCC, trying to kill some brother in HOI. It's always like that. There's somebody plotting to kill our people, doing the work of the Most High. It happened to our forefathers. It's always going to happen. It's always going to happen. We just got to stay in the spirit. Okay? Because our warfare is not physical. It's not physical. We don't need no gun, no knife, no weapon, no. Our Bible, that's our bomb. That's our gun. That's what we need. We need, because the Most High do all the battle. The Most High do the fight. Now, for some of y'all don't know. Y'all don't, because I understand that it's in the Christian church, they teach you that you need a gun, right? Because who told you that that here in America that you need a gun to protect yourself? Who taught you that? It's a Christian, right? Most Americans are Christian. Understand that. They came as well, supposedly wicked pilgrims. They came to steal the land, rape and rob. They're the one, they were the Christian. They did that. They did that, right? So we already know, it's just fact. You can't deny, okay? It's written in thousands, millions of documents, articles, books, and the list goes on and on and on. So keep in mind, who taught you that you need a gun, that the amendment, the Constitution of the United States grants you to have a weapon, a gun? What religion pushed for that? Is literally the Christian church. Is the Christian church. Most people that own guns here in America, they're all Christian. The majority, they're Christian. The majority, 90% of them, they're Christian. Right? So you gotta keep in mind, man. The game that you play, we know you learn all this wickedness from who? The Christian church. That's where you learn it from. Okay, because if there was a truth and light in the Christian church, why is the Most High waking up all these brothers now? And the brother fleeing the Christian church. Okay, so just answer that. You go ahead, you're saying, sit down and just analyze it. Just do like a thought process. You know, sit down and think about it. Okay, if Christianity was the truth, as y'all say, as y'all trying to make everybody believe, if Christianity was literally the truth, and that's what the word literally from the Most High to us, guess what? Why is the Most High still waking us up right now? Why is all these hundreds, thousands of brothers waking up throughout the fucking on this earth? Why? You explain that. Explain it. You yourself go sit down and take a look and examine very well what I'm saying. If literally the Christian church or Christianity was what? The way to salvation, right? Why is the Most High now waking up? Why are you seeing all these camps? Why are you seeing all these camps? HUI, GOCC, WFY, right? The Son of Thunder, you know, GMS, you know, Sakari, IUIC, you know, GOCC. I can't even remember. There's so many camps. You got individual, like the way I do it, right? Right? You got young brother. You got a sister. And the list goes, why they're waking up, right? I got brother and sister reach out to me from the Caribbean, from Africa, from Europe, all type of places. May I understand that? The Most High is waking us. Why? Because Christianity is not the way of salvation. No, there's no salvation in the Christian church. We just want to put out there for you. For you out there, simple that don't understand, you don't want to read, you don't believe in the prophecy, you don't believe in the whole Bible, you only believe in the New Testament. Even though you believe in the New Testament, guess what? The Most High says slice you with the New Testament. Even though you say you're only New Testament brother or sister, guess what? You see get caught. You see get confounded. Okay? Because the brother, the elders, right, the prophet, the apostle, what did they do? They preach, they teach out from war. the Old Testament. Whatsoever you read in the so-called, your so-called New Testament, guess what? They're quoted from what? The so-called Old Testament. So keep in mind, the Bible is the whole Bible. The Bible is the whole Bible. He came in a volume of the book. So keep that in mind. Okay, so all your evil that you do, what are you learning from? You're learning from the Christian church. So the brother doing the work of the Most High, somebody disagree, try and pull a gun, try and kill the brother. The Most High did not allow it to happen. All right. And we say big shout out unto the Most High. Big shout out to all the brother that was out there, that's, all praise, man, to all the brother that also reach out to the brother to check on him, to make sure, because, hey, this can happen to me. I go out there by myself. Sometimes as a brother, the brother I'm trying to bring him to understand more, right? The brother, I'm bringing the brother slowly. You see what I'm saying? The Most High is doing the work. It's not even me. It's the Most High doing the work. I be out there most of the time by myself, right? They could have killed me. Do I know how many people are plotted to shout me and kill me when I rebuke them, when I tell them to the face, woman and man, do you know how many wishing death for me so that they don't see me again in that northern kingdom, place to be teaching? You know how many of them? He's a brother that I drove by and just walked and stopped and told me. He said, yo, bro, a lot of people hate us, man. They hate you for this work you're doing. Right? The brother was telling me, they hate you for this work. They don't like this truth. You see what I'm saying? The Most High letting us know we know what's up. The brother just came like 2 weeks ago. I was just teaching from nowhere. The brother saw me from far. He drove and he came. He parked the car quick. He came on my YouTube page and boom. And the brother talked to me quick and the brother left. The brother Judah, Benjamin, Levi. Right? The brother that loved the brother. Right? So keep in mind. So Matthew 24 verse 9. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations. So we got to keep in mind. So the Bible says that all the other nations, they're going to hate us. All the other nations, they're going to hate us. And that's what we see. You see the CIA, the FBI, the police, the US government, the European government, the Chinese government, and the list goes on, African government, and the list goes on and on. They all hate us. Because all the agenda, everything they're doing, are they helping the Hebrew Israelite? Are they helping us to bring out the work of the Most High? No. Actually, they're doing whatever they can do to shut down the work of the Most High. But can they shut down the work of the Most High? They can't do it. How can you shut down the work of the Most High? Even though you take out the internet, guess what? We will still preach this word. The Most High